1. Money can't buy happiness. Money doesn't buy happiness. It is not supposed to buy you happiness. Money is there to do 3 things for you. 1. Give you freedom and time to spend with the people you love and practice your hobbies. What's important to me is to see my kids growing up and taking care of them while also getting time to do what I love. 2. Money means power. It can give you the right to choose what you want to do, what you can buy. Back when I had a 9-to-5 job, I cannot buy anything I want. Even investing is hard, so that's why I bought companies and grow them. 3. Money can expand the good that you do. When I'm rich, I could donate 10 to 100,000 to poor people and to a cancer organization. Money can indirectly bring you happiness, giving you freedom, and can expand the good you do. But just having a pile of money won't help. You must learn to spend it, donate it, and use it. Hollywood wants to tell you that interpersonal relationships are the only thing that can make one happy, that money means nothing. That's BS. Loving someone is important. Having a family may be important to you, but having the money to not only take care of yourself, but also to take care of your family, and to be able to leave a nice legacy for your children may also be important. Some people may like to live minimalist, food, a roof, and that's enough. But high-value men strive for something greater. They try to possess enough money. Work becomes an option, not a requirement. You could give your family the home they love. You could leave your kids with a solid start in life, as well as ensure their education. You have the freedom to do things and travel to places most people would never see. You can take your family out for dinner and not worry about the prices on the menu. Money means freedom. Freedom from the concerns of everyday life. Freedom to do what I want when I want with no one to tell me I can't. That is the happiness that money can buy. Anyone who says money can't buy happiness is an idiot or a liar. 2. Poor people are lazy. Some poor people work harder than most average people, and that is out of necessity. Discounting education, skill sets, and natural ability. There are some factors beyond human control that affect a person's wealth or poverty. Some are born and inherit great wealth. Some are born in regions of abject poverty. Some are problem solvers that develop methods or processes that bring them great wealth, while others plod blindly through life, leading to repeated hardships that foster poverty, while still others have misguided priorities which tend to poverty. I once had a successful businessman tell me, "There are not enough hours in a day for you to labor strictly with your hands, no matter how gifted, and gain wealth." He said, in addition to working with your hands after you have earned some money, you have to be smart enough to put your money to work making money. Not everyone has that skill. 3. More things equals more happiness. Before long, you have to buy something else new to entertain you. True happiness originates within the person. It is not generated by any outward influence. If money were truly able to create and generate happiness, wealthy people would be the happiest people on earth. And yet wealthy people still commit suicide. Wealth does not create happiness. However, genuine happiness can create wealth. People who are genuinely happy are a pleasure to be around. They are a pleasure to do business with, and so more people bring them their business, so they make more money. Just as the saw for the carpenter and the pen for the writer are tools used to produce the work, money is no more than a tool. The irony of money is the fact that it is something of little value to which people affix great value. The only real lie is the carrot on the stick that is money and wealth, which has had mankind chasing it from the beginning of time. I've met plenty of happy people from all walks of life. I personally believe happiness is a choice, and to choose it, you must stop, look around, and appreciate life. It's an internal state that can be produced regardless of externals. My favorite pastime is watching the sunrise with a warm cup of coffee and introspecting. I can do that regardless of income. 4. Money will fix everything. In the USA, once you hit around $200K of income, you're solidly upper middle class, and you realize that whatever illusions you had of wealth were entirely incorrect. With $200K of income, you can basically do what you want and live your life without having to worry about money, without going to extremes like flying private, living in an NYC penthouse, etc. If you're a wage earner or a business owner, however, $200K of income is great, but you feel every cent earned in blood, sweat, and tears. You may begin to question whether or not the money is worth the toil. It's hard to overgeneralize, but I also agree that many people in this income bracket realize how fruitless the pursuit of material items. But I also see many others who spend every cent of their income who make over $200K per year. You also still feel broke at this income level because you know if you ever had to stop working, you couldn't maintain that same lifestyle. You start to calculate how much money it would take to live that life without having to work, and you realize it's going to be a long slog to get there. 200K seems to be about the threshold of maximum happiness levels. Any additional income is the proverbial icing on the cake. But if you're careful with your spending, all it does is buy retirement a bit sooner. A lot of people have an internal void to fill, childhood baggage they carry. They don't want to be alone or slow down to look inside themselves because they have negative self-talk to deal with. Usually, a miserable person gives heed to negative self-talk. They believe what they tell themselves: poor, fat, ugly, never good enough, etc. People use vices to shut this internal dialogue off. It could be excessive drinking, sex, drugs, shopping, acquiring ego attachments like the beautiful girlfriend, cars, houses, etc. They try and fill the void inside with this thing. You can't fill a spiritual void with material things. The ego just needs to be fed more and more, and it's never enough. I'm not saying wealth is bad. It's a tool. However, it's not a measure of who a person is. At the core, a person who is rich or poor still has problems to deal with, still has that internal void to fill. Ultimately, you can have all the wealth in the world, be the most powerful person, and have been the most respected or loved and admired. But if you haven't dealt with your personal demons, you will never find true happiness. You can't run from yourself. In the end, the best thing money can buy is stability. It can't buy you happiness, and it can't buy you integrity. Although the stability it can buy does lead to better emotional and life outcomes.